Who runs a software as a service company? Who's got a SaaS in the room? Okay, like 25% of people. Does everybody know what I mean by that term? I know it's quite basic, but yeah, okay. Software as a service, maybe for any people listening that are not in this world, this is like what the vast majority of tech pricing tends to go towards. It's so much easier from a business perspective to set up a subscription. You're using the product, you're loving it, you don't have to worry about getting them to renew every single month. It just automatically charges the card, and you've built an amazing piece of software which you're providing to people as a service. That's the way it is at the moment. That's the current leader in how to price and how to build tech products, especially in the software world. And it's such a popular concept that like software as a service bleeds into all other areas of work. We see finance as a service, we see sales as a recruitment as a, all these different areas tend to copy the SaaS pricing and business model. Like the other day, I found out that we had 2 Disney Plus accounts that I'd been paying for 8 months that I completely forgot about. Okay, I haven't watched Disney Plus in ages. I watched 1 episode of Finding Nemo with my little one, and £200 later, that's the beauty of SaaS, right? So it's a great model. However, for the first time in history, I'm completely convinced that there's going to be a completely new way of doing business that's going to emerge over the next couple of months and years. Essentially, I really believe that the software and the service aspects will get completely flipped around. Now, it's not a completely original idea, which I'm saying here. All of the best VCs and entrepreneurs and visionaries I speak to on my show, they all essentially tell me the same thing. And that's that software as a service will very soon start to become service as a software. And the way that will happen is through AI agents, effectively. When you have a job, whether that's customer support, whether that's a sales representative, whether that's a graphic designer, a video editor, a software developer, a recruiter, and the vast majority of their day-to-day working tasks can start to be automated, put into a workflow which runs in the background 24/7 at a very low cost, then you are in an interesting situation where the budget to buy that software as the decision maker is no longer coming from the IT spend. It starts to come from the labor budget that you have for your staff. And that is a significantly bigger TAM, an opportunity for people building businesses in this room. Because no longer are you showing a VC your deck and saying, here's how big the market is. You know, if you're building in finance an agent, you're not building something to compete against Xero. You're building the accountant. And the TAM for accountants is 10 times bigger than the TAM for accounting software. So I really feel like software as a service will start to go to service as a software, and we're already seeing this happening across the world. Bless you. I don't think it will happen in every job. I don't think it will happen in every industry, but I do think in a couple of years from now, we'll look back and we'll say, yeah, like I'm buying software to replace a large part of what a person does. And what that will allow us to do is free up time so that person can focus on much more higher value activities rather than getting bogged down in admin or manual processes or stuff that can be automated. I think as CEOs and founders and C-suite people, we're probably safer than most of those roles, but I do believe that the vast majority of employees will basically become leaders of agents and CEOs of mini businesses that they're running, which each have 100,000 agents all going off and doing different things in different areas. And that's what I'm very, very keen to explore with you all today. So somebody sent me this a while ago, and it's a great example of people that say, Alfie, I get what you're saying, like hypothetically, I get the concept, but I mean, come on, my job, it's just too complex. I'm in marketing. There's no way that AI could do this. Or I do taxes. Like, come on, Alfie, give me I promise you that as these models get smarter and smarter and smarter, we're already seeing every single week something crazy happening that we just didn't have any idea would be possible, a couple of months ago. So I feel like this meme is funny because it's quite a simple task, but as AI starts to replace very, very complex white-collar work, then we won't be laughing anymore. And it's interesting that it's happening in white-collar work because we all thought this would be about construction workers being replaced or people on supermarket tills or something. And that's happening to a degree. And once we have humanoid robotics at a general purpose and out there and running, we're at like the very, very early stages of that happening. And that's going to just be doubled down on over the next couple of years. So I do think blue collar will be massively impacted as well. But white collar will probably happen faster and in a shorter time period, to be honest.